It is a beautiful, sunshiny day in Bremerton, Washington. The wave actually going on here in the stands. Filled to capacity, about 5,000 people on hand watching the seminal Hard Rock Xtreme Bulls Tour. They're looking at Jake Wade right now from Alamo, Nevada. He's on Little Johnny.
Okay, Jake Wade, a little slight guy, whipped into his hand. He's in trouble. Look out, don't get stepped on. Back feet right there. Boy, he acts like he's stunned. On around Little Johnny, they're not out of the woods yet. Bullfighter did a great job, but got stepped on or something really happened to Jake Wade. But boy, old school crossbred Brayford bull put the whooping on him. Looked like stepped right down on that leg, come across his thigh. No score, obviously, for Jake Wade, but luckily, maybe he doesn't have to go to the medical ward.
Beautiful shot of Seattle, Washington. We are just a few miles away here in Bremerton, Washington. Take a look at the sunshine, the beautiful Kitsap County Fairgrounds. Started back in 1923. Got the world champions here ready to go. David Sharp trying to get everybody lined out. Big job for him, Donnie Gay.
Xtreme Bulls, and I tell you, it takes a lot to get it all together. You look at the list. Jake Wade, you talked about it. B.J. Schumacher, Wesley Silcox, the world champs. Bobby Welch, he's one of the toughest ones in the mix right now. Clint Craig, he's coming back off those injuries. Tate Stratton, we've got a lineup.
See Cody Hancock, Cannon Acey, the big names are here. A beautiful day. The rules are pretty basic. You hang on for 8 seconds, make an ugly face. Half the points for the cowboy, half the points for the bull, Donnie.
Well, you don't have to do anything but just stay on. 8 seconds can seem like a lifetime.
Got the bullfighters ready to go. A good group of them here, Donnie.
Daryl Diefenbach, Mick Thompson, Eric Layton, those guys, they know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long time.
20 years, each one of them, 60 years of bullfighting experience. Let's go to Jennifer for our Justin Sports Medicine update.
Well, Dan, I'm down here with Devin Dice from the Justin Sports Medicine team. We have a couple of injuries. One of them has been taken out of competition, hasn't he?
Steve Woolsey suffered an injury a couple days ago, actually, to his foot. It's a foot sprain. He's going to be out of this event. He'll be reevaluated Monday morning by Pepper Murray in Utah, and hopefully be back in Ellensburg for the finale.
And Zach Oakes is competing in a lot of pain today, but he has chosen to compete.
Yeah, Zach has an ongoing hip issues, and today his hip's real sore, so we'll treat him, stretch him out a little bit, and get him out there and see what he can do.
Late in the season, it's actually good news to only have 2 injuries, guys. Everybody's relatively healthy.
Well, we are ready for some bull riding here, Jennifer. 2 guys out. Steve Woolsey, of course, 1 win under his belt this year. Here is world champion B.J. Schumacher, the man from Wisconsin on Transformer.
Transformer's a Corco bull, and these guys bring them all the way from South Dakota and jumping out. Old school bull, big crossbred round to the left into his hand. Schumacher just having to just gut it out right there. Nice bull ride. Big, strong bull. He rode that bull easily. Diefenbach, they're always right there to take that bull away. Schumacher looks like he's hitting on all cylinders now. Getting control of his hips, Dan. You see how solid he is.
Nice.
He's squeezing with his legs. That bull could have just tried to buck his tail off. Not going to get rid of BJ. Good bull ride. Should be a good score.
Good score coming in for B.J. Schumacher. 83 points. 1 long go and 1 short go here in Bremerton. 83 for BJ. Heading now to the man from Montana. This is Bo Hill, and he is on Plain Dirty.
National Finals bull rider Bo Hill. Hadn't seen him in a while. Long, tall cowboy, round to the right away from his hand. Nice little bull. Looking good. Hill in good shape. Makes a nice bull ride right there. Just rides this one pretty easy. Good job, Bo Hill. It always surprises me just how tall he is as he stands up, moving along.
No replay on that one. B.J. Schumacher still leading the way. 77 for Bo Hill, 83 for B.J. Boy, Donnie, what a difference a year makes. Wesley Silcox getting ready to go here in the sunshine. Remember last year?
Well, he had a good bull, and just steps right down on that broken, breaks his leg, and that's one of those things where he could have tried a little harder to get out of harm's way. And, we talked about it. He just was into his hand. It was raining, slides down. But you know what? No matter how tough you are, how good you are, that's still in the back of your mind when you come back to the scene of the crime.
Wesley Silcox, the bull rider out of Utah. Let's see how it goes this year.
All right, 598 isn't here. So ugly, doesn't even have a name. Atta boy, round to the right into his hand. He's just barely with us, just coming around real slow, spinning right way. Other way back the other direction, Silcox.
There you go.
The guy can ride anything. You hear me talk about him all the time. He just got so much ability.
74 points for Wesley Silcox. Going to put him in third position right now.
Talking to the bullfighters and saying, hey, everything's going good. And, it's nice to get that one ridden, get back into the top 12. That's where all the money is.
Let's go to Corey Navarre, Weatherford, Oklahoma. He is on Beetle.
This is a really good draw right here in Navarre. Been riding real well. He's a veteran bull rider. Now on the backside of his best year, around the right, into his hand. He's got to keep it going,
yes,
pumping.
Sir.
He's looking good. Come on, leaderboard, watch out. All right, well, you see he's got a little bit of an owie coming around. Corey Navarre, he's one of those guys out of Oklahoma, went to college riding bulls and just doing a great job. You see he's got the helmet on and starting to rear him back, starts to lose a little bit of control. Bull jumps out of the spin, reverses it. 8 seconds came at a good time, new leader.
85 points for Corey Navarre, puts him ahead of BJ Schumacher by 2. Let's go to Jennifer. She's got a great matchup coming up.
Bobby Welch has the highest riding percentage competing here today at this X-Bulls. Welch's riding percentage is 59.3, but he has drawn a bull here today that could test that percentage a little bit. Donnie, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, River Rat, he's one of those bulls where they just average score is 80 points, but they mark the bull in the 20s, so a little bit hard to ride. He's from the Calgary Stampede, and, I've just never liked bulls that look like this, kind of big, slow, a little out of line.
Bobby Welch sliding forward on the River Rat.
He's squatting, he's squatting down just.
Paul, put him on this side of the gate.
You had your shot. You don't go now, you're done.
Well, you know what?
Get off.
I will.
Okay, you're done.
What happened there, Donnie?
That bull's squatting down, and they've got that 4x4 in there. Bobby Welch probably could have nodded, but judge says no, you're disqualified, and Welch is upset, but the problem is he's got that reputation of being slow.
Boy, he is hot. Bobby Welch not going to ride here in the first round.
The 2009 Seminole Hard Rock Xtreme Bulls Tour is brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Entertainment. Come out and play. By B&W Trailer Hitches, makers of the turnover ball gooseneck hitch system. A hitch when you need it, a level bed when you don't. And by Wrangler. Wrangler, long live Cowboys.
Beautiful Puget Sound here in Washington. Gorgeous sight here in the great state of Washington. The sun shining, no place prettier on earth. We are in Bremerton, Washington. Let's head down to Jennifer and see what happened here.
Well, guys, we just talked to the Wrangler Pro officials who told me that Bobby Welch was disqualified because he took too long in the chute. The officials felt like he had 2 very good opportunities. The bull was in position to nod his head, and if a bull rider takes too long in the chute, the official has every right to disqualify him.
Boy, Donnie, as long as I've been doing this with you 20-some years, I've not seen that happen very often.
No, and it's a shame, but Bobby Welch, we didn't see how long he was in the chute on that bull, from the get-go, but I tell you, he's got the reputation of being extremely slow, and, it come back to haunt him right there, and, probably rightly so. I normally would bash the judges, but, I just can't do it here.
See some of the matchups coming up here. There's the man in the lead, Corey Navarre, 85 points. BJ Schumacher is right behind him with 83. Here's Sean Hogg, Odessa, Texas bull rider on Cool Cash.
It's a groundy bull. This is a money bull right here. Sean Hogg, big guy. Come on, round to the right. Into his hand and got it going. Got it going right there. Leaderboard,
Yes.
Look out. Got the control, got the feet moving. Bull spinning, fading. Good job. perfect job of the bullfighters. Look really good.
I tell you, sharpen those points now, judges. We'll see on this one, Donnie. That was a good-looking ride.
Really a good-looking ride. Probably the only detriment to this is how big Sean is in this bull. Not really very big, but that is one of those groundy bulls that are bred to buck, and they're not real. You know, he almost had the same horns as old Wolfman.
87.5 points for Sean Hogg. Joe Melling is coming up. He won this event last year, Jennifer.
Guys, Joe Melling was our Bremerton X-Bulls champion last year, and he has almost missed out on his opportunity to defend his championship here again. He just got here right after the national anthem, barely in time to get on his bull. We'll see if he can get collected enough to compete.
Well, that's an old Donnie Gay trick. We were just talking about that a little earlier this evening, showing up and then taking home all the money. Joe Melling, Baker City, Oregon, on the sucker punch.
Okay, well, you know, sometimes you get there late, you're running, you don't have time to get scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Round to the right, back to the left. This looks really good. Melling got a shot at him right here.
There you
nice
go.
bull, neat bull, good bull ride. All right. Melling may be a repeat. Attaboy, Joe. Good-looking bull right there.
Nice-looking bull. 83 points for Joe Melling. Puts him in the tie with BJ right where he wants to be.
John Growney saying, hey, good job. Nice bull ride right there.
Let's go to Jennifer. She is with our new leader.
Well, guys, we have a new leader, Sean Hogg, 87.5. Cool Cash looked like he was strong for you today.
Yeah, he's a really nice bull. I was excited to have him. I watched Jared Craig get on him at the rodeo, and it was exactly what I expected.
You love it when a bull is right there in the gate like that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Especially into my hand. You can't beat that. So.
Well, good. Hopefully you'll have the same luck in the final.
Yes, ma'am. Lord willing.
Got Chad Denton getting set to go. Tell you what, he did well in Cody this year. He won that event, Donnie, his first Xtreme Bulls event.
Well, he didn't let the big money pressure get to him. Had that Frontier Rodeo bull round to the left into his hand, and I tell you, big bull, big ride, big money.
See if he can keep it going here in Bremerton, Washington. He is on Stone Cold.
Another Growney Brothers bull, and Stone Cold, one of those ones that little Brindle crossbred Denton. Veteran bull rider. See if he can keep it going. High jumping bull, jumping and kicking straight across, round to the right, away from his hand. Denton makes a nice adjustment. Good job. Going to be a nice score. Yep. Get you back into that short to go around in the final round. Here in the semis, just get him covered.
81 points for Chad Denton. I like that, Donnie. Just you talk about one jump at a time. Did what he had to do, and he's right in the middle of the mix as we go to Jason Beck, Louisiana bull rider on the big block.
All right, Beck got a little Cajun coming around to the left. Waved his hand, got a good seat.
Yes.
Made a good adjustment. One round, another one. Got to do it again. Excellent bull ride away from your hand. That up, boy, Jason. Oh, look out. Nearly got that left leg stepped right on. All right, round to the left, the elbow down on that free hand. See him adjust those hips. They got into his hand, he moved them back away, everything. This finish was absolutely perfect. All he needs to do is a little further away on that dismount, but that score is going to make him think everything's just fine. 85.5 points for Jason Beck. I like that. He didn't tighten up, got it done. Sean Hogg, the man in the lead with 87.5 points. Look at the names up there. Corey Navarre, BJ. Here's the man, J.W. Harris on No Guts. Well, the current reigning champ of the world. He's in the lead again. Here's a guy that's in the lead for the, can get in the lead for X-Bulls around the left. Oh, boy, come on. Oh, no. Rank Bull puts him into his hand and puts him down. J.W. Harris is going to say, oh, man, he let one get away right there. Just beat him around the corner. A little bit of a mental mistake, but he's not Superman.
A lot of great rodeo action going on around the country. Let's head down to California. And this week, the Wrangler $1 Million Tour heads to California for California Rodeo Salinas on an absolutely picture-perfect day for a rodeo. The action was great in the bareback riding. The young man from Washington, Ryan Gray, four-time NFR qualifier, picks up the win.
Today I had a great horse, but I knew I had a good chance to be a lot of points, and loved coming to Salinas. It's a great crowd, it's a great rodeo, and one of our best tours, and so it's an exciting win.
And this win will move him up in the standings in the bareback riding. You can see Heath Ford and Bobby Moat still sitting atop the Tour standings. And in the tie-down roping, 45-year-old Mike Johnson shows he is not through yet. This 20-time NFR qualifier picks up the win here in California and gets the buckle. You can see in the tie-down standings that Cody Ohl still leading the way by a lot of money here. $51,000 in prize money. In the team roping, Clay Tryon, world champion. On the heading side, Corey Petska doing the heeling here in Salinas.
Salinas, this is an awesome week. We've been rodeoing hard for 2 or 3 weeks, and you get to come here and just hang out at one of the biggest rodeos of the year. It's just been a fun week.
Well, you want to make it to the Tour finales that are PL up in Omaha, and it's a big rodeo. You get a lot of money won, and we needed some Tour money.
And this money helps them in the standings. You can see at the top of the leaderboard, Chad Masters, Clay's brother Travis in second position, and on the heeling side, now Corey Petska moves up to position number 7. And in the steer wrestling, California native Luke Branquino comes home and picks up the win.
I expect a lot out of myself. You know, it's important to win at these rodeos, and I've been struggling throughout the year, and to be able to come to Salinas, finally kind of a hometown rodeo, home state rodeo, to be able to win money here and win first is important to me, just to advance on to the Wrangler Tour finals.
The man from Santa Maria comes home and picks up the big payday. You can see Jake Reinhardt still sitting atop the leaderboard in the steer wrestling standings. And in the bull riding, a couple of co-winners. Dustin Larson, a score of 170 on 2 head. That's exactly what Jared Craig scored as well. They will split the prize money. Each put about $4,000 in their pocket. J.W. Harris still the man to beat in the Wrangler $1 Million Tour as far as the bull riding. And don't forget the Justin Boots playoffs coming up, Puyallup. You can see that on October 18th. And from Omaha, the championships. That'll air on October 25th. Both of those at noon Eastern, Donnie, on ESPN2.
Oh, they're great rodeos, but let's get back to Xtreme Bulls. World champion Cody Hancock.
He's coming up when we come back. The Seminole Hard Rock Xtreme Bull Tour.
Welcome aboard USS John C. Stennis. You are watching Xtreme Bulls on ESPN!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that, Donnie Gage. Some of the guys had the chance to go out to the Naval Base Kitsap here and see some of our finest hard at work, and bullfighter right there had a chance to talk with a lot of Mick Thompson. Let's listen in.
We got to go on the USS Stennis, and this thing was just phenomenal from the deck. We're standing up looking at it, and it's huge. There's so many pieces of the puzzle that go on that carrier, because it's just like a mini city. My favorite part was the missile bay, man. I went down this little hatch, you barely could fit a cowboy hat through it. Just unbelievable hardware under there. There are a lot of young kids. Some of them aren't even old enough to drink yet, and they're sending $1 million planes off the flight deck. I mean, I think that's just tremendous responsibility. They don't get enough things. And for us to provide an afternoon entertainment for the Xtreme Bulls here in Kitsap County, that's the least we can do. So I just hope they enjoy it and can remember it.
Outstanding. I know it impressed the guys here. I'll tell you, the guys coming up, Cananacy, Cody Hancock, Clint Craig, great bull riders and good matches for them, Don.
Well, they've got some good bulls. They've just got to make the whistle in this long go-round. Everybody gets a shot to get to the finals.
Sean Hogg, that man right there, 87.5 points, is leading the way. Let's go to Cananacy, the man from Powell, Wyoming, on Einstein.
Okay, well, Groundy would say he named this one after me, but, not really. But Einstein turning the crank right in the gate to the right. Got to get your arm down, Ken, get your free hand down. I could see it coming a mile away.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
You just see it coming a mile away. Cananacy is, here's a guy that could be the champion of the world, but he just refuses to fix what he needs to fix, and that, boy, that's cost him a lot of money.
Boy, that was, right, Donnie, you could see it coming. Here's champ of the world, Cody Hancock. He's on Stone Fox.
Sometimes you just got to say no or yeah, and Cody Hancock has got one, and he's just going to knock it out. You saw a guy with a great talent not get it done, and then you see a guy that's just a flat overachiever, and frankly, he's getting old for riding bulls, and he's still getting it done. Hats off to Cody Hancock. Great job right there.
Little gray in that beard, as you mentioned, Donnie, but boy, this one is picture perfect. Look at that.
He's got to talk to Emmett Smith and the boys and get him some Just for Men. Get that beard back in, and he can score some more. Okay.
There you go, 85.5 points. The 2000 champ of the world right there, talking to Bobby Welsh, and he gets it done. Cody Hancock, Sean Hogg still in the lead. Cody does himself well, 85.5, puts him in a tie with Jason Beck. Here's Clint Craig. Good to see him riding well. Mena, Arkansas on Getting Lucky.
Well, he used to think that getting lucky was all you really had to do in rodeo.
Yep.
You know, winds up, he gets him a job, been on the injured list for about a year and a half. Gets the whistle here. Not a good finish, but a hard-to-ride bull. Usually goes into a right-hand spin. That's not going to be a great score, maybe, and hopefully be enough to get him back to the short go.
There it is, Donnie. 79 points for Clint Craig.
Well, that's higher than a couple of scores. We've got a 77 and a 74 in the book, so hopefully Clint gets back there. And Hank Williams really junior.
Hey, there's Just Joe, the number 4 ranked bull in the world. We'll see him when we come back. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Xtreme Bull Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the stars of the show coming into the arena right now. Great bull riding on hand, and Jennifer is standing by right now with the director of the Kitsap County Stampede. Jen?
Well, guys, it doesn't matter if it's the bull riders on Xtreme Bulls or the calf ropers, team ropers, saddle bronc riders from the rodeo. Everyone wants to come to Bremerton, Washington, and it's because of your committee. You guys do a lot here, don't you?
We absolutely do. We look for things to do to help these contestants. We feed them 3 meals a day. We do laundry for them. We have somebody here to give them haircuts. Anything we can do, we do. We go out of our way because it's all about our contestants.
Now, you have a lot to be proud of here. Your rodeo has grown immensely, hasn't it?
Yes, our rodeo's gone from $5,000 added, and we're up to a Wrangler Tour rodeo at $10,000 added, and growing all the time.
And it's also our last stop on the Xtreme Bulls Tour before we hit the big finale in Ellensburg, Washington, guys.
And what a great place to be. Here's the long go draw still coming up. Shane Gordon coming up. Donnie, some good names on there.
Well, there is. Jared Craig down there with Dirty Deal. That's one of the top guys, one of the good matchups. Tate Stratton's got Smoke Signal. We've got a good lineup. It's not over yet.
No, a long way to go, Donnie, and you mentioned Tate Stratton. Here he is on Smoke Signal.
Got to get a clean start out of the bucket. You don't want to take too long, but you got to clean go right out. I really like this bull right here, though. He's a good-looking bull. Groundy, he breeds these bulls to bucket. Boy, around the left end of Tate's hand. Got him loosened up. He's having to hump and pump.
Yeah.
Outside foot, got him, boy. Tate Stratton, now he's inside too far.
Man.
Did the whistle blow. Look out. He's not silly. Look at, oh, boy, Mick Thompson. Nice job right there.
Wow, what an effort by Tate Stratton, Donnie.
Let's see if the judges concur. We can watch this back while they figure out how the points got on their pencils and round to the left, and this is perfect. Now watch this. He loses a hold with his outside foot, starts down in the well. Boom! Takes a shot right in the ear hole, and he's stunned. Look at Mick Thompson. He gets the Cowboy Bull, Tate Stratton. Looks like other than cobwebs, he's good. How about that score?
A new leader, 88.5 points for Tate Stratton. And he earned every point of that. Here's Shane Gordon on the bull they call 545.
Okay, another one's got to earn a name yet. You know, sometimes, hips himself right out of the gate. Gordon makes a good move round to the left. He's off his bull rope. He's having to kind of hump up a little bit, taking some points away out of control. This bull, look at how far he's fading down. Almost got a reverse. Young bull, they don't know whether he's going to stay, but that was a nice trip right there. Shane Gordon gets her done.
He does, Donnie, and the score 82 points for Shane Gordon. And now a lot of those guys looking, maybe even Wesley Silcox, those early 70 scores may not make the short go here. Tate Stratton is in the lead right now with 88.5 points, and he is standing by with Jennifer.
Well, that was a little bit scary. Describe to me exactly what happened.
The bull hopped out of there real good, turned back to the left real fast into my hand. He had me beat a good bit, and I kept trying and hustling. and about 5 or 6 seconds, he went to kind of push him back, stuck him back underneath me, and I didn't have a knee in him like I should. He pulled me down over his horns, and I just kind of tried not to slap him and let him whack me around a little bit, and took a ding, but we're all right, praise God.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I seen a little bit funny colors whenever I hit the ground, but we're all right, we're good. We'll be good for the short round.
I love it, Donnie.
You know, dirt is brown is the only thing I'm going to mention.
Fred Betcher, the veteran. He is on Funny Farm.
Okay, Fred Betcher, director of the Bull Riders, takes care of all her business. Round to the left into his hand. Oh, good turn right there. Freddie, the cheesehead, strikes again. Nice job right here. Good bull ride. Okay. Whoa. Had to kind of slide down in the well. That bull got a little flat, whacked him a little. Look at the horns on that one. That was kind of an old school looking bull. And 82 and a half. I thought that was a little better bull ride than that.
Fred Betcher with that 82 and a half, going to put him right on the bubble as far as making the short go. Let's go down to David Sharp. He's talking with John Davis from the PRCA about Just Joe.
Like 23, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 24, 25 is all the markings they had on him. Just Joe, yeah. Have you seen him? Yeah, have you seen him?
Yeah, I seen him the other night.
Who's got him?
Dan, Don, there is a lot of talk at the Groundy Ranch about this new bull, Just Joe. He's named after the legendary bullfighter Joe Baumgartner. Just Joe has never been ridden before, but the scores that he's gotten from judges have been phenomenal. In our Lucas Oil matchup today, Brad Pierce, former Rookie of the Year, has drawn him. He has an opportunity to be the first bull rider to ever ride Just Joe.
And this Brad Pierce is a bull rider, Donnie. He's also a great all-around cowboy. See if he can get it done here on Just Joe.
Well, he's from Australia. This bull really bucks, but whoever marked him 25 trying to get a job with Groundy Brothers, that's perfect. I don't know what perfect is, but just jump kick out there, changes direction, around to the right. Good bull. Not a 25, but sure enough, a bucker. Good little crossbred brindle. I like the bull.
You know, I thought Brad made a good move on that first jump, Johnny. Kind of.
Well, the bull looks like probably turns back every now and then right in the gate.
Yeah.
But gets out there, finds him a spot, and that's typical of those crossbred brindles. Sometimes, you know, if they buck a lot of guys off really quick, sometimes they'll go out there a little ways and find them a spot. But Brad Pierce was trying. Looked like he may have hurt a groin muscle.
It did, didn't it? Looked like he was really favoring that and holding. You can see him right there. Brad Pierce, no score. Kind of favoring that left groin, it looks like. That's not good news. No, that's not good news. Tate Stratton still in the lead here with 88 and a half points. Sean Hogg right behind him. Lots of scores in the high 80s. Jordan Hooten with his chance. He's on Wise One Willie.
Okay, well, this is another Groundy Brothers bull, and anytime you got one of them, you got a chance to win. Look at this one. Little young bull just cranking it back right in the gate. Jordan Hooten looking good right there.
Wow.
Leaning over, got close with that free hand, getting around there. There's the whistle. Look out, leaderboard. Nice job right there. Jordan, he's pumped.
Man.
Look at him. He wants somebody to talk to. Hey, help me. Oh, boy, there's nothing replaces this feeling, and it's not making the ride. You know, you make that ride, it's just the feeling that you know you're going to win. The adrenaline rush that's coming right now is unbelievable, and really, you can't duplicate that. Look at that score.
There's the score for him. 89 points for Jordan Hooten. 89, he takes the lead.
All right, look, he's 3 inches taller than he was when he got to the event. Wow, good bull ride.
Maybe he'll pass that along. Jared Craig, you're next on the Dirty Deal.
Okay, well, don't count this guy out. Probably rides as good as anybody riding bulls today. Round to the right, got a solid seat, spurring with the outside foot, giving it to him. Atta boy, that's the way you ride bucking bulls. Okay, now you got to get off. This bull fading, gonna get off away from his hand. Good job there. Gonna be another good score. Firing up right here at the end of the long round.
Boy, guys are covering these bulls. 80 points for Jared Craig, Donnie. I don't think he's gonna get another one with that.
Wow, that's too bad. There's another nice ride. You see him talking to John Groundy. But Jordan Hooten in the lead with 89. Good bull riding so far.
He's in the lead and he's with Jennifer.
Well, Dan, this interview might be a little bit difficult. Jordan actually is talking with his jaw wired shut. You had an accident in Abilene?
Yeah, the bull kind of clicked my heels and the horn hit my head and hit my jaw and it broke it.
Is it difficult to ride? Is it sore?
No, it's a couple weeks ago. I'm not supposed to be riding. I'm not supposed to be talking that much, but it's working out pretty good.
Well, we're in trouble with your doctor because he's seeing you talk right now. Wise One Willie was an awesome bull to draw, just a strong spinner, and you stayed on great.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys talking about him, said he was real good, and he was out at the rodeo, and they said he bucked real hard and around to the wrap. I loved it.
Well, guys, we're definitely going to see Tiff Jordan in the short round. Hopefully he can hang on for one more.
Imagine how fired up he'd be if he could talk. Hey! He's got an old pair of your pants, Donnie, huh? Jordan Hooten is in the lead. The semifinal round is in the books. We'll be back. Final round action on the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. Beautiful shot here in Bremerton, Washington. The quiet before the rodeo gets started, just off the Puget Sound. That beautiful mist in the air makes those beautiful colors. The Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour getting ready for the short go here. Other rodeo action going on down in Cheyenne. This week, the Wrangler $1 Million Tour heads out to Wyoming, Cheyenne Frontier Days. The daddy of them all. Tremendous crowds on hand, as always. And this year, the big names pick up a lot of the prize money. Starting off in the bareback riding, three-time world champion, the Wild Man from Kansas, gets it done, picks up good money, and moves to position number 3 on the Wrangler $1 Million Tour standings. Heath Ford and Bobby Moat still ahead of him in the bareback riding. And in the tie-down roping, talk about your big names. 6-time world champion Cody Ohl. I'll tell you what, when he wins Cheyenne, it's going to be a good year for Cody.
You know, it's one of the greatest rodeos in the world. Come here, have great success. Every time I've won this rodeo, I've won a world's championship. So this is, you know, one of my favorite rodeos in the world.
The man is on fire. Cody Ohl setting atop the leaderboard, $51,000 in winnings so far on the tour this year. And we move now to the saddle bronc riding 46-year-old Billy Edbauer finally wins Cheyenne.
Good or lady in waiting. Cheyenne's basically always been good to me. I've won a lot of money here. I've just never been blessed to be able to win it, you know. So this is really one of those fulfilled dreams, you know, and thank God it all worked out.
An emotional win for Billy Edbauer puts him now in second position on the tour. He is right behind Heath DeMoss in the saddle bronc riding. In the team roping, a couple of veterans get it done, Chad Masters and Jade Corkle, and this win moves them to the top of the leaderboard in the tour standings. Chad Masters, of course, on the heading side. He's leading Travis Tryon, and then his partner, Jade Corkle, in first place. Brad Culpepper now in second position in the heelers. In the steer wrestling, look at this guy, Jake Reinhardt, only his 5th year in the PRCA. He's from Winter, South Dakota, and the name suits him. That win puts him atop the leaderboard ahead of Joey Bell Jr. And now in the bull riding, we go all the way to Australia for our winner, Brad Pierce. He's an all-around cowboy and all-around winner.
I come here in 2006 and won the rookie bronc riding. And now to get into the bull riding and win that, it's something you dream of as a little kid back home in Australia, sitting on the couch watching it on the TV.
Dreams do come true in Cheyenne, Wyoming. J.W. Harris, of course, still having a terrific year, setting atop the tour standings with over $64,000 in prize money. And hey, don't forget to check out the Justin Boots playoffs coming up on October 18th. You can watch that in the Justin Boots Championships. That'll be airing on October 25th, both of those at noon Eastern Time. Donnie, it's time for our semifinal round recap, and it had a little bit of everything in it.
Well, it did. We got Bobby Welch, and he's gonna get disqualified. Yes, sir. Bobby Welch, he agreed with the judge. He's out. J.W. Harris, he's out. No score. Wesley Silcox, he gets 74 points, not gonna make the cut. But then we got Sean Hogg, 87.5 points, Dan. Made a really nice bull ride, as does Tate Stratton. Now Tate, in the finish off, gets whacked. Cobwebs says he's okay. Jordan Hooten in the lead, 89 points. He's got a busted jaw. It's all wired up, but he don't have to talk much.
I don't know if you could survive with that, Donnie. Let's take a look here at our Xtreme Bull. Jordan Hooten, the man in the lead with 89 points, right down through Jared Craig with 80. And Donnie, let's take a look at some of our matchups now coming up for the final round.
Well, we like Fred Betcher and Beer Goggles. He's pretty rider-friendly. And B.J. Schumacher, he should ride Mordecai, although it's not automatic. But, you know, you got a lot of guys in here that haven't been up for the big money in a long time.
Should be a great one. So far, a lot of guys covering their bulls. Let's start with Jared Craig here in the short go. He is on Wolf tickets.
All right, this is one of those in that Born to Buck breeding program. This is a bull. Oh, I love this. Cowboy up. Call for him with laying down the front end. Wolfman, the sire. Boy, just turned the crank, just beats him around the corner, and Jared Craig comes down. And 9 times out of 10, Jared Craig rides that bull.
As you mentioned, Donnie, went ahead and nodded his head that he was ready to go North score. He's going to end up with 80 points here, Jared Craig.
Not a good way to start out that final round, the championship round. It just, there's a guy that's nervous. Jordan Hooten got his jaw wired shut and knows that he just got to make the whistle. That's a tough spot to be in.
All you've got to do, yeah. Here's Chad Denton, 81 on his first one. He is on speed dial.
That's kind of like the prevent defense in football.
Yes, that's
that
right.
Never works. Here we go, Chad Denton. You saw the flashback earlier. He won the Xtreme Bulls in Cody'd like to do it again. Oh, he's in trouble.
Man.
Right out of the gate, in trouble. He's in big trouble. Hanging in the bull rope. Bullfighters Mick Thompson, Daryl Diefenbach, Eric Layton. They've done a good job here. He gets whipped down. He drops down in a well right around the corner and touches the bull. He's trying to keep on his feet. Does a good job there. Gets his hand out of the rope, but it's still a no score. And Chad Denton goes, man, I couldn't ask for a better bull. The Bulls are just winning.
Well, it was a veteran move. He didn't lose his cool. You see Jordan Hooten, 89 points. Hard to smile with your mouth wired shut, but he's doing it. Shane Gordon is up next, 82 in the long go. He's on the Secretary of Soul.
Okay, well, California Bull Rider, California Bull with the Groundy Brothers, and they got some good draws here, some really good bulls that kick, jump, kick, turn, back, spin, high altitude. This bull's got to feel great. You got to pump it. Oh, howdy.
Man.
Oh, I love that little bull. Just jump and kick. You know, a lot of guys really like all the real fast spinners, but, you know, that was a good bull. Shane Gordon would like to have that over again.
And you can see that on his face. No score here in the short go. Well, let's move up to Fred Betcher now. Rice Lake, Wisconsin, Donnie.
Well,
good matchup for Fred.
Yeah, you know, I told you that Beer Goggles is one of those ones that's rider friendly, if there is such a thing. Now, all these bulls in the short go, they all have averages of being marked by the judges, you know, around 22 points. That makes, you know, for a 88 score if you ride just as good as the bull. So there's nothing automatic about this short round. We get to expect it a lot, but here's a veteran, Betcher, Wisconsin. Beer Goggles, gonna jump kick, gonna turn back into his hand, and that's just what Fred wants, but he touched him with a free hand. Oh, no. Down, look out. If that bull doesn't fall down, I mean, it is going to be shish kebab for Fred Betcher. He is very fortunate.
He had him lined out, and the bull just missed his feet. No score for Fred. So far, the Bulls showing their strength here in the short go. 82.5 is what he will leave with, and Jordan Hooten still sitting atop the leaderboard. Nobody's ridden so far. 89 his score, and that was in the long go. And when we come back, world champion B.J. Schumacher. He'll be set to go. The 2000 world champ, Cody Hancock, when we come back to Bremerton. We are back with the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour. Bremerton, Washington. Dan Miller along with 8-time world champion bull rider Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith. We are in the short go. Young Jordan Hooten's leading the way, but here's some good draws coming up, Donnie.
Well, you got 2 world champions. You got Corey Navarro's been to the NFR many times, so veterans in the mix coming up, and they're looking to put their brand on it.
And Joe Melling, who won this deal last year, Donnie. All of that coming up. That's the young man right there with these jaw wired shut. Jordan Hooten is leading the way with 89 points so far. Nobody's covered one here in the short go. Here is BJ on Mordecai.
Mordecai, he's seen him at the national finals many times. I don't know if he's been, runs him back off his bull rope, but just almost a little bit of a cheap shot.
Man.
Wow, that bull is one of those funny bulls that can put you in a position that you cannot recover from, and that was one of them. too bad.
No score for B.J. Schumacher. Here's Joe Melling. He won this event last year. Here he is on Shebang.
Well, it was almost by default. He rode one that didn't buck very hard in the rain and mud last year, but he did get the whistle. Bull stumbles, comes around, makes another turn, puts him down on the ground. Shebang, a lot of power. Joe Melling looks like he's injured, and something wrong with that left leg, left hip.
Boy, oh boy, having trouble even getting back up. The bullfighters helping him. Hooten still the man, 89 points. Nobody covered yet. This guy can do it. Corey Navarre, the veteran, he is on the Bible bender.
All right, Navarre needs to step up right here.
Yes.
This would go a long way getting him back to Las Vegas. Here we go, round to the right, into his hand. He loses up with his legs, and the bull scoots forward ahead of him. Boy, that's one of Groundy's better bucking bulls right there. Is a young one that doesn't have a real big rap sheet. You can tell he's a young bull, but big, long-bodied, unusual bull. I'd like to know the breeding, but I know Corey Navarre's probably not interested in the ancestry right now.
He might have something to say about his relatives, yeah. Cody Hancock is getting set to go. Of course, now Jordan Hooten's got his helmet on. He'll be coming up soon. The world champ getting set on West Coast offense.
Okay. Groundy Brothers is sending a load of bulls in here that the guys should be riding. Right now, they're batting 1,000. Come on, Cody. 2,000 champ of the world. Cody Hancock, round to the left, away from his hand.
Yep.
Beats him around the corner. And West Coast offense. I mean, for Groundy Brothers, bulls are noted to be real fast spinners and little. There wasn't nothing little, real fast about that one there, except he was pretty juicy. That's the rankest bull so far out.
And no score for Cody. The Bulls having their way. No change on that leaderboard. Jordan Hooten still waiting for his chance here in the short go. 89 points. He is in the lead. We are in Bremerton, Washington in the short go. We'll be right back.
The 2009 Seminole Hard Rock Xtreme Bulls Tour is brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Entertainment. Come out and play. By B&W Trailer Hitches, makers of the turnover ball gooseneck hitch system. A hitch when you need it, a level bed when you don't. And by Dodge and the all-new Dodge Ram 1500. Never back down from a challenge.
So far, it has been 7 up and 7 down here in the short go, Donnie. We've got some good ones coming up, though.
I tell you what, and Jason Beck's got a little juicy. He's a little juicy in the chute and everything else. Jordan Hooten, his mouth is getting dry, especially with the broke jaw.
He's in the lead with 89 points. Jason Beck getting set to go. Got to look at Jordan Hooten, too. The pressure on him. He's just waiting for his turn. Jason Beck pulling his rope.
What's happening to these guys now? Everybody, oh boy.
Whoa, you talked about that.
Oh my goodness, flipped over in the chute. They're going to have to turn him around.
Wow.
That doesn't happen very often, but you talk about dangerous.
Wow. Let's move to the next guy, Donnie. Let's go to Sean Hogg. We'll have that other one get to re-pulled there. This is Necessary Evil, Sean Hogg.
Okay, well, everybody's thinking, okay, all you got to do is get the whistle. Well, that's the worst thing to think about. You got to think about riding really good because these bulls are really turning the crank. Get your head back down and squeeze hard, Sean. Gets him on the end of his arm, got him moving too much, too early, and don't do that.
Oh, man.
That's your riding hand.
Boy, he had him at the very end of his arm, Donnie.
Right out of the gate.
Yes.
And then, you see Donnie Kish there, he raises these bulls with John Groundy. They've been partners for years and years out here in California. And, just have got some great bucking bulls.
Now we're looking at Tate Stratton. Jordan Hooten down the way, also getting set. He's coming up very shortly, but Tate Stratton is getting set right now, Donnie, on the Zoomer.
All right, I know a little blue heeler dog named Zoomer back in Texas. Okay, come on, Tate Stratton. Think about that. Get all the cobwebs out and make you a ride. This is where it means something right here in the short go. Going to come into your hand. No, going to go the other way. Got him set. He thought he was going left.
Yes, he did.
Shifts his hips over, goes right, puts him down. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. Boy, isn't that a good-looking bull.
Tate, who made such a great ride in the long go here.
He said, man, I thought he was going to the left. Saw him at the rodeo just yesterday, went to the left.
He was still looking left when he went right. Here's Jason Beck. He is re-pulled, Donnie, on Little Juicy.
All right, got caught in his own trap. You see the suicide wrap right there, Beck. Louisiana man, ran the right into his hand. Got him loosened up, got him going down the hole. Overrides, and you know what? Now, Jason Beck is the only one with a little bit of an excuse. He hasn't been up in these big money deals and gets going right out of the gate. Has to wrestle with that one, but it's still a no score.
Well, Jordan Hooten, broken jaw and all, he's going to be our winner no matter what, Don. It'd be nice to put a little icing on this cake, wouldn't it?
Now he's the only one that doesn't have to say, well, all I got to do is make the whistle. But Jordan, get that arm bent right there. Don't leave there with it just dead straight. There you go. Round to the left, he's just going to slide off in the well. You know, had just right in the gate, flat spinner, just what you want. But you know what? First is first. No matter, it's kind of like winning. It doesn't say how on the scorecard. It just says how many.
Look at this bull spin.
Doesn't lift on his bull rope. Slides his hip down in the well. Just loose, and and that's just wanting to get the money. But you know what? Winning will help him, and he'll think, man, I want to make a better ride next time. But a lot of nerve, a lot of courage, just getting on with a broken jaw.
Congratulations to him. Time for our Dodge Ride of the Night, Donnie. It's Jordan Hooten on Wise One Willie.
Round to the right into his hand. You just heard me bragging on him. I mean, he lands on his head. He's not thinking about a broke jaw right there. He's thinking about, oh my goodness, all that money.
Pretty good dance step as well. Of course, Jordan is your winner there with that 89-point ride. Let's go over to Jennifer. She's standing by with a man of the hour.
Well, guys, this ended up being Bulls 12, Bull Riders 0. What happened to you on Before Dark?
Well, he come out there spinning to the left. It was good, and then, I don't know, he was spinning so fast. I kind of got down in the well, and my foot kind of kicked out. And then I laid on him, and I thought I was going to get another rope jaw, but it all worked out. And then I didn't think I was going to win it with a buck-off, but I never won one of these. I ain't won many rodeos, and this is good. I was an alternate coming in on this.
Bronze, a guitar, belt buckle, and a ton of cash, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And $1 million smile right through all the wires and the rubber bands and everything, Donnie. Let's have our Hard Rock Ride of the Night here. Tate Stratton.
Well, he was 88.5 points in the long run. What's this? Slobber knocker right out of the gate. He's up. Which way did he go, George? Yeah. Yes, sir. Right in the ear hole. And Tate Stratton, he thought he was back in Texas for a minute.
It's our seminal Hard Rock of the Night. Hey, don't forget to check out the Extreme Bulls finale coming up from Ellensburg, Washington. You can watch that on October 11th on ESPN2 at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. There's Janine Hurst and Frank Abbott making the presentation there in the arena, Donnie.
Oh, and Amos Tiger with the Seminole Hard Rock guitar.
And the young man picks up a nice check, a beautiful guitar, and accolades from this great crowd here in Bremerton, Washington. I'm Dan Miller for Donnie Gay and Jennifer Smith. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on the Seminole Hard Rock Extreme Bulls Tour.